Ayy, on the tongue like. Ayy, look. Dying from Corona while I'm living on Coronas. They been living for attention.
The proper thing to do would get a company to just come and restore this, but that's not what we're about here. We're gonna just glue it. So this is gonna go over with our broken stuff pile. So as you can see, we've been working on windows, and more windows literally the entire summer. Most of the windows, if not all, looked like this and like that. We have approximately 20 windows on the first floor, and they are the original old windows. They're double pane, and they have like 6 to 8 panes in each one, and it's like double-sided. So if you multiply that times 2, we have about 40. So we quickly realized as we were going through, like, there's no way that we will finish before it gets cold. Because number one, we kept breaking glass panes and just breaking everything. And number two, just overall, we didn't really know what we were doing. We're over here breaking glass like somebody paid us and said, this is your new career. You are a glass breaker. Whoa! All right, nice, clean break, folks. You should probably put on some gloves, huh?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. But what I'm going to do here is...
See how we roll? We know when stuff is a good idea and a bad idea, but we keep going. But cool thing is I can really like work with this now and not have to worry about the glass. That's that, y'all. I'm gonna set up shop and get to working on this. There's a difference between this side and this side. Most of the paint came off really easy on this side, but this wood is a little bit more weathered and damaged, and this right here I suspect is wood rot. I don't know if you can see, it's bending, and so we're gonna have to use some epoxy to fill in all of these gaps and cracks before we can prime it and paint it. What I'm gonna do now is do some sanding and see if that helps get some more of the paint off that I can't get off with the heat gun. Excuse me if I'm looking a hot mess. I don't have a scarf on my head or anything, but I'm probably going to look up on YouTube to see how to actually correct these and fix it and mix the epoxy because it's got to dry, so I can do that today, and then tomorrow sand and prime. So, and then this window will just be waiting until we get the glass, and then you know, and then these poor guys over here, I've worked on those for quite some time. It's been over a month now and they're still not finished. So this is a pretty hard job. They make everything look easy on YouTube, but I assure you that whatever can go wrong does go wrong. And no matter how many videos you watch, it's really just trial and error. So I'm learning just from screwing up so much. So if you see here, this is a lot of wood rot in here, and so I kind of gouged it out. I'm not sure if I have gotten it all out, but, and I did the same thing on the other side. Now I'm gonna apply this wood hardener, and I'm just gonna pour this substance in and saturate it and give it about 2 to 3 coats, and let it kind of harden in there. And then I'll come back and mix up the epoxy mix and then fill these 2 areas in. All right, good call. Mike came up with the idea to use the shim.
That's the cool thing about these wood shims. This is real thin.
Just a little shell there, frame. So when I go to put the epoxy in, I have some, you know, just some reference points so it's not super sloppy. So we'll fill in the epoxy here and right here. And we also have it on that side too. It's all primed. Next step is to actually get that new glass to go in here, and then just put the glazing down, and then actually paint the color. So it is going to be like a creamish, kind of like off-white color. There's just no way that we were going to be able to do all of them in both sides. So we said, okay, we'll do as many as we can, and we'll just focus on the outside, because the outside of our house really looked like a scene from a horror movie. Like for Halloween, we didn't have to do any kind of decorations because the house looked abandoned. And so the goal really was to not have our house be the creepiest, dingiest house on the block. So we've really been working hard on the outside to try to give the house just an overall facelift, so you know it looks like it belongs on the block when you drive by. So thanks for watching our window restoration episode. Hope you enjoyed it. And remember, if you like what you see, please click that subscription button. And until next time, be blessed.